Hi, it's Maria from Sweden here, aka Planner Mother of Three. First of all, I would like to say welcome to you who haven't been here before, and of course welcome to all of you other people who have been here, you know, from now and then during the years. I am a 55-year-old woman living in the capital of Sweden. I own my own company where I work very much. I am a management consultant, and when I don't work with that or hang around with my family, that consists of my fiancé that I call hubby and sometimes husband. We're not married, but we've been living together for 17 years. And apart from him, who is a very big part of my family, of course, I got 3 grown-up kids. Yeah, when I am not, you know, within my family and friends or at work, I do a lot of creative things, and the planners are my babies. Until the day when I get grandchildren, I would say. Then I can imagine that I will go all into that. Anyway, I am using the Hobonichis, and I love them. I have one Hobonichi cousin that is my goal setting planner, my memory planner, my mood tracker, and my journal notebook. And right now I use some of the pages for my finances and so forth. So this one is the one that lays on the table. It's always here, and it's always a friend that I can lay on. Yeah, can you lay on a friend? I'll say that. I don't know what you say in English. And then I have my professional planner, and that's also a Hobonichi, but this time an avec. So I have a 2021 January until June combined with a planner, the day-free planner from the Hobonichi also, this one, the Hobonichi Techo day-free. And yeah, I'll talk a little bit about how I use this one, how I use this one, and of course how I use this one. This one in this beautiful cover, I have my Hobonichi weeks, and this is my everyday carry. So whenever I go away, I bring this one with me. This one is the book where I make notes, where I play around, where I do my lists, and this one is the one where I have new rules. Every week is different, and so the use and the layout and everything is very much different from one day to another or one week to another. I have for sure other planners. I have a 5-year planner Hobonichi, and that's the 5-year planner that I use for that purpose. And I have a Miracle Morning Planner in A6 Techo, and I have some other weeks and so forth. But right now these are the main characters in my planner world. Okay, I've got the question about how and where do I do my future planning. And my future planning is primarily in these two. When we talk planning and future, it's either my personal life or my professional life. So I am most of the time, I work, the days, so most of the times this one lay opens, and I use my avec okay, I'll show you the avec. The avec comes with these yearly overview, 21 here, 20 there, and 2022. And then you have this 6 months spread where I decided to make it so that it will start earlier. In November it was. So here I have a very nice overview of this this first 6 months of the 2021. So here is primarily the professional planning and some things that comes that is about the personal life. It's not if I have a date, you know, with a friend, or if I'm going to the doctor or anything, but if we're going away, or when we're having vacations, or you know, the bank holidays, that's what I put in here. And so that's there, and then we have the monthly spread, and they look like this. I have made this color system. Instead of writing every hour of every appointment or project that I have, I decided to just, you know, choose some colors, and for every color there is a time slot. So the brownish color is from 9 to 10, and then the pink, the light pink is, or pale pink, is 10 to 11, and then there is this darker brown that is from 11 to 12. And I made these colors for every day from between Monday and Friday, and then I put, you know, the different things that I have here. So that way I get a very nice overview how my month looks like. Yeah. Then, and I made some notes here about things that I have to remember or that I want to reference and see, and that's regarding different projects that I have. Yeah, here I haven't selected the colors yet, but I started to pre-plan the things that will happen during work hours primarily, because these hour slots are till 5 o'clock. But let's say that I know, for example, that we might go away here on the Wednesday the 31st. Then I would, you know, probably mark, you know, just mark that out so that I don't put any meetings when during the afternoon, for instance. Anyway, so that comes, and these are all the way till July, and then as this one is a 6 months calendar planner, after July you can come to the weekly spreads, and they are very nice. They start from a Monday, they go to a Sunday, and you have this overview of the month and what week you are in, and you have plenty of space to do some notes here. And the day starts at 5 o'clock and it ends at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I had another planner, or these are actually the days when I didn't work, so I didn't do anything with these pages. But here I started, and what I do, so now I come to how I plan. So what I do is that I mark out, you know, I'm starting at 8 o'clock and I will end around 8 or around 6 o'clock around. So these are the, you know, the place where I do all the appointment bookings and everything. I also use the Outlook on the computer and on my iPhone, of course. So I have both. I'm using two systems, the digital and the analog. But for me, writing is essential to remember things. So if you think that I have been blocking out, you know, these part, then I have this space to write on, and I have this space to write on. And I've tried out some different ways of using them. What I really like is that I use this one for the daily planning, and the lower part is for my lists, my to-dos. And I do use the bullet journaling principles sometimes. I come from that. That's how I started my planning. And I really like doing the boxes, the small squares, because I think they are so nice to fill in when I am finished. Anyway, so you can see here how I've changed my system a bit. And here was 2 weeks ago where I, looked at the page and I thought that I would use it for different purposes. Like for here, I was doing my top 3 for the day, and then I have the work day here, the planning, the working hours, and then some, plans for the, for the evening I could write here, and then I have my lists here. And the lists here are work, priority, and to-do lists. And then I had here a list for things for me to remember, ideas that I have, things to do in the future, whenever, I don't know, but for the future, and things to discover, to learn more about. And here is if I have something to do and to talk to my partner. I wrote that down there. Yeah, so, and I really like that. So I will probably go back and do this, more frequently ahead. Right now I will show you my other system. So here I was, playing around with the colors and trying to see, whatever I could do. And here I marked out the place where I can write the things that happened if we had something in the evening, and we sure did, but I haven't written anything because we had some family dinners here. Anyway, so this week was a very special week actually, because I had planned this week to be a week where we were going away, but we decided to stay at home. So I decided not to book myself in any, projects or commitments, just to have this week for development, reading a lot of books, redoing some stuff and some internal work. But then on Monday I just felt so sick, and I could really feel that I need to rest, that I need to log out. That's why I wrote that here. And just, make a big cross over this and say, I'll do this some other time, because I can't really think about work right now. I'm very tired, so that's what I did. But anyway, I did this planning on Sunday evening, and the planning was that I had my focus here, some things that I wanted to do for our internal things. And here I used the Alistair method that I really, really like. And what you do there is that you put your to-dos here, and then you make a small dot before, a small bullet in front of all the to-dos. And then you have your dates. So I started this week, the 15th, and all the way to next Sunday. So here is a 2-week span. And then, whenever you come up with something, oh yeah, I have to do that, you write it here. And then you do your planning, and you look in your planning and saying, okay, here on, for instance, if this was a week, like I think let's hear the 25th is a day when I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hours free before I start something in the afternoon. And I will for sure, I'll take my favorite pen, the Tombow mono drawing pen. I will talk about this every time I make a video, because this is a newfound pen that is perfect. It doesn't smear at all, so I am so at home right now. Anyway, I use my 01, and I know that, for instance, here I have a lot of time, and I will for sure do some things here with my planning, and I write a small, I already plan to do that on Wednesday, and I will do it on Thursday. So when we come to Thursday or Wednesday, I do, and if I do what I decided, I just I'm so happy with that, and I make a line to the 25th. And when I'm finished with the planning, if the Thursday isn't enough, then I'll do another dot for, let's say, for Friday, for instance, and then I'll make, when I'm finished, I make the dot all the way to here. So here, this was cancelled, so I could actually do like this. There was this thing that I was going to do, but it was cancelled, so I could, you know, do all the line all the way. And here was something that I really had to pay attention, that I get an answer around, so I made this triangle, and when I got the answer I fill it in, and then I can, you know, put the line to the to-do that I had. And here I have another triangle, so here I wait for some things, and these are, you know, an email that I have sent away asking for things, and then I don't need to, you know, go and see, and you know, whenever I can also always go back to this to-do list and see if there are things that I haven't got the answer around. So I chose to do one to-do tracking list here, and the same time span here. This was before I knew that I was not going to work that much on the 15th, but I think this will work out even for this week. So I will use this to-do list down here and here, and then when there isn't any room, I'll do another one here. And I think it is a perfect way to if you don't do it, let's say like if I haven't done whatever I've written here, then I'll have to migrate that one to another day when I'm gonna do it, and then, you know, it's all about writing and writing and writing, and in this I can always go back, and when I see that all the things are done here, I haven't figured that out yet, but then I'll make some, you know, something to show that, you know, you don't need to pay attention to this list anymore. And when I'm thinking about it right now is that I know that if I done something here, then I, you know, proceed into next step in a certain project. Okay, so then I'll have to, you know, and if the project goes on, you know, for a couple of weeks ahead, then I can do the Alistair method to-do list there, and I, you know, migrate it there. Or I can do a title line, and then I can do under titles with the to-dos. So there are different ways of using this one. Here is an area where I haven't, you know, I don't use it because it's Saturday and Sunday, as it has been, and that's why I'm so tired now, is that I've been working from Monday to Sunday for a couple of months. But normally, you know, I'm not going to work that much on the weekends, so here I have the space to do some different lists and references and so forth. I'm thinking like, for instance, what I talked about here, my ideas, my future things to discover and so forth. And I will for sure move these things, because this week was a very creative week and I came up on so many new ideas. So I'm gonna, you know, write about them, you know, not this week because I'm not gonna think about work, but next week. Yeah, I am also, here I'm gonna use my new ruler that's in metallic. I haven't owned anything like this before, but this is something that I just bought. I'll do a mark here so that this will be, you know, to show that here is the evening plans that I have. That's kind of, you know, a nice way to mark that you don't have work all the day. Like for instance, here I was planning to work tomorrow. I was planning to work late, but that might happen. Well, not now actually. Anyway, so yeah, so this is a very good way for me to, you know, stay tuned and, you know, be very aware of how my professional planning is and how my personal life is. And because, you know, if you want to do some planning around your work, you have to consider how your private life looks like, and the opposite. Your personal life, your private life has to also be depending on how your professional life is. So here is where I do my primarily primarily this is where I have my focus, you know, when I do my planning ahead. In the work planner, my Hobonichi planner. Here is a nice thing that I made. I made this tab that I can, you know, move back and move on, and I can move from one page to another using Happy Planner tabs and a sticker from L.I. Edwards. And here it says make, and on the other side it says make mistakes. So this is, you know, to remind me that I can be very productive and make things, but I can also do mistakes, and they are all fine. Yeah, so that's the planning. Then what I use here on the dailies, I can't show you really. Here are I do my notes, and I have a very easy, you know, way of, every time when the note is something that I know that I have to reference and go back, I put the title or the subject here, and I write the date where it is. So that's a very nice way of, you know, finding the things again that you know that you've been written somewhere, but you haven't got a clue on where. In this one, it's another video actually. So this is all about how I use the planners and how I do the planning. So the planning ahead, the future planning is very much here, together with the everyday carry, and that's my week and my week mega. And what did I do? I took off my, I should, okay. Oh, Maria, you're so, I don't know what. Anyway, I have to take this off if I want to show you my pages, of course. So the Hobonichi weeks, I said in the intro that this one is with new rules, and that means that I use it for so many different purposes, and it has changed, you know, during these first months of 2021. I actually started to use this one in November, or in October even. So I feel like I've been using it for half a year, and then I have actually done that. So here is the week's mega is much thicker than the original Techo weeks from the Hobonichi. It comes with a lot of pages, over 200 of them. So I started to use the pages and made my own spreads so that I could, you know, start with the Hobonichi weeks a lot earlier, because I really wanted to try it out. I've tried it so many times before, and really I haven't really found the best way, but now I did. So yeah, here it is. And I always do some dividing with my professional planning and my personal planning, and sometimes my social media planning. And then when it came to the original spreads, they look like this. Monday to Sunday, horizontal, and then you have all the space to do your notes. So yeah, I said new rules, so it looks very different. Sometimes I go all over the place with the stickers and the washes and the colors and different colors when I write. And sometimes I am much more minimalistic. Well, I am not that much minimalistic actually. But yeah, and I have my to-do lists here and so forth. So in this one is much more of my to-do list when it comes to my personal life. But if I ever, you know, if I am somewhere and I don't have my professional planner, I also do the to-do lists regarding my work, and then I transfer these to the lists in my professional planner. It's a horizontal, and sometimes I don't really find, you know, the best way of using these small spaces. I think that I love it much more when I divided it in two pieces, so I get a little bit more to write on. Because here you have 2 dots, so you can make 3 vertical boxes here if you would like to. But what I've done is that I have well, let's say here, for instance, I've written the things that are work related, and I think that was a nice way of not taking that much space. And then I had my personal notes here, and then I have my health issues here. And I think that's a very nice way of, logging the health. So now I have gone to using this one. So I'll show you I think that I will do as I did here a couple of weeks ago. I will mark, whatever I have around here, just so that I know if I am, booked into something, or if I am, I have an administration day or whatever. And then I'll do this part that is left for my personal writings, things to remember, and that's, deliveries, things that I've ordered, appointments, things that happens, and things that are, ahead. And then I have my logging for the day, how my health is. And then here I can use it for, whatever I've done. Here I just put a small to-do list from Midori that I just got. I thought that was cute, and I wanted to make a little cute list there. And of course the weeks come with the monthly spreads, and they are, this is not pretty. I think someone said that you have always so many pretty spreads, and I get intimidated. Well, whatever. But look here, you can see that there is, like I said, no rules. Whatever happens, happens. But if I know, for instance, that we are going away, or if I get a dentist appointment or something, I write it here, and then I start here, for my future logging. And then when I am coming to April, then I go back and see whatever happens, and I put that into my weekly. Yeah, so these two are very much future ahead planning, and work and personal life in a perfect harmony. And then there's this one, and this one is nothing about planning ahead except for my goal setting. So as you know, you who have been following me, I am on a health journey right now. And I am doing quite well. I will do a video about that tomorrow. And so what I do is that I put a goal for every month, and I work with it with a mind map, where I pinpoint 3 different goals that I have for the specific month, and then I think about different, very concrete actions to do around that goal, and that's how I start my month. So that's, of course, a future planning in a way. But here is much more logging of how the day went and things that happened, thoughts that I had, and so forth. I'll show you that in another video. And then I have the journaling here, and they are in all different size and styles. Yeah, so this was from Maria in Sweden about her future planning, and I hope that you got what I tried to communicate, and that you might get some inspiration how to navigate around these planners. I am so looking forward to see you soon again, and I hope that you're taking care of yourself. I will do the same, and give me a thumbs up if you like what you've seen, and if you would like to continue watch what I do, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.